In this lecture, we are going to talk about Fourier series. But before we start talking about Fourier series, let's talk about the word which is transformation. So transformation is basically, or you just see a word which is transform, which is basically changing a signal from time domain to a frequency domain, or you can say transformation is basically your time domain to frequency domain. And why we do that? Because mostly the signals we consider are in time domain, and we want to do certain operation which is not possible in time domain. And most of the signals, if you see actually, which we use it's mostly in that frequency domain we use, because we can analyze them easily, spread them easily in time frequency domain. Okay, so changing the signal from time to frequency, or if a frequency signal is given, then changing back it to time domain is basically your transformation. Okay, so you can say from time to frequency and frequency to time is basically a transformation. Now the first thing is, we have different types of signals available to us. One is like periodic signal, or then we have non-periodic signal, then we have damped signal. Okay, then we have the varieties with respect to discrete. These all are in discrete and continuous both. Now depending upon the type of signal you have, whether a discrete or continuous, the transformation will also vary, and depending on each type of the signal you need to have a different way of transformation. Mostly if it's a periodic signal, we use Fourier series, which we are going to discuss in this lecture. For this we use Fourier transform, and because we are not able to work on damped signals, the Laplace transform is used for that. Okay, for the damped signals. And then in the discrete time domain you have DFT, which is discrete Fourier transform, and you use a famous one, Z transform. Okay, like DFT is there, and Fourier transform is there, and you have your complex damping coefficient considered in for Laplace transform. In a similar way you have a DFT, and the Z transform is its counterpart as Laplace transform for continuous time domain is. So now back to the actual lecture which we are going to take. Here is basically Fourier series. So it is used for periodic signals. To expand them, applied to periodic signals, to expand them in the form of harmonics, okay, which are sinusoidal and orthogonal. Harmonics which are sinusoidal and orthogonal to each other. Now again we have periodic signals. They are your continuous time domain signals, and they are discrete time. and then correspondingly we have CTFS, which is continuous time Fourier series, and we have DTFS. Okay, so then before we can do with respect to the transformation, we need to remember that it applies to the periodic signal. So we must discuss properties of periodic signal. Xt plus minus capital T must be equals to x of t. What that means is that a signal, when it is shifted by its time period, maybe on the positive side or on the negative side, it must come back to its original signal or original value. Then it's basically a periodic signal. Means if you are shifting the signal by its period, then it must be equals to its original signal also, means x of t. Okay, as the signal repeats from minus infinite to infinite, there can be a range given to it. When we talk about Fourier series, there are certain conditions imposed by Dirichlet scientists, and that's why they are named as Dirichlet condition for extension of Fourier series. I'm just using the abbreviation Fourier series expansion, which we are going to discuss in next lecture. Okay, again, what is a harmonic? These are the terms which we are going to use. So harmonic is basically, as we know, harmonics which we have done in physics is, so we know that f is equals to your number of cycles, which is frequency, number of cycles per second, number of cycles per second, or we can say f is equals to rate of change which you have. So basically your time period is equals to n t naught, if t naught is its fundamental period, or you can say it is basically n over f naught, or you can write vice versa also. So depending upon the value of n, it will be first harmonic, second harmonic, or third harmonic. So because the waves might be like this, so first harmonic, second harmonic, third harmonic. So that is what harmonic means here. Okay, now Fourier series are, if we write in terms of x of t, then maybe you will be able to understand what is first harmonic means. So if we represent a signal xt equals to sine omega naught t plus sine 2 omega naught t, we are not worried about amplitude here currently, but you will see that it will appear also omega naught t and so on. And we also look at them as even and odd also. Okay, so omega naught means the first one, this one is your fundamental, or you can say first harmonic. Second, third, and so on. Okay, so it works in that way. Then we further look at this. We have three ways of doing Fourier series, but I'm going to discuss only two. So first one is your trigonometric Fourier series, and the second one is exponential Fourier series. Okay, in the next lecture I will start with trigonometric Fourier series followed by exponential Fourier series. Thank you.